Okay, so this is going to be my review of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 13. Really good episode. I guess you could say this is our arrival of the Masters of Evil, I guess. They don't really call themselves the Masters of Evil, and I'm probably sure that, it didn't have a lot of it had a bunch of lesser-known villains on there. The ones that really stood out, like, a few of them I actually had forgotten, like, they're so obscure villains, I was like, I can't remember you, and you. No, really, I could not remember these villains' names, except Agnar. I know Angar is a, like, Daredevil villain. I know that, so maybe he'll show up in there. I think that would be cool if he showed up in there, because he is in the Daredevil Netflix TV show, and he's still alive by the end of this whole event. So, among other, this whole episode is more or less about, Daisy's father, Mr. Hyde. We don't see him become Mr. Hyde yet. We still get to see, to allude to it, that, he did, it is like in the comics where he did create he did use chemicals to become Mr. Hyde, and now we kind of know that, the Inhumans were involved in it. That he was part of the project, and all they said, you're not one of us, you're just you're just an experiment gone wrong. And I'll get back to that, because there's some things I want to say about that. With this, we also get the reveal of who, we kind of get the reveal of who, Bobby and Mac are really working for. And that was an interesting reveal, because I thought it was, my original theory was that it was really, it was going to be revealed that it was, what's his name, they were going to be working for Agent Hill, who's now working for Tony Stark, who wanted Fury's toolbox. But instead, it turns out to be the quote-unquote real S.H.I.E.L.D. It turns out to be the real S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess you could say. It's another off-split of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it looks like it's run by Edward James Olmos. That's awesome. He's gone from running the Battlestar Galactica to the head of a secret government organization. So that's pretty awesome, really. So with this, we also get the other main plot point of Sky, Daisy, whatever the hell you want to call her. We get, more or less, she's supposed to go through a psych evaluation, and it's set to be the person giving her the psych evaluation is, in fact, May's ex-husband, who I was kind of bummed that they just went, oh, it's her ex-husband, okay. But I'll say why, because I was kind of hoping maybe it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Doc Samson. I thought it would be cool to bring in Doc Samson, because this show is always about referencing the movies. It's supposed to be tying in with the Marvel Cinematic movies, and I thought it'd be cool to like them bringing in Doc Samson, and I thought that would be a nice way. And again, it's the actor. I think his name is Ty Burrell. He's a small. He doesn't do a lot of big time movies. He just does a lot of. He does a lot of TV shows. I think the TV shows he's on are on NBC anyway, or ABC. Excuse me, ABC. So. I was kind of bummed, because that would have made a lot of sense, because that's his whole thing, is that he's a psychiatrist. He's that whole thing. He's supposed to be that guy who's analyzing people. That's his whole shtick, is that's what he was meant to do. He was brought in to help control Dr. Banner. He was supposed to help Bruce and the Hulk separately, and even exposing himself to gamma radiation. Now, however, they do kind of leave off with May's ex-husband saying, there's someone I can recommend. So I'm still hoping that maybe it is Samson. But then again, I've now just remembered that I don't think Samson is a psychiatrist in this universe. I think he's not a doctor. He's not a psychiatrist in this universe. I think he's something else, according to the Incredible Hulk movie. So I think we'll probably never get that. Oh well. he's one of my favorite supporting characters in the Incredible Hulk comics. So I thought this would be a perfect place for him, but I guess that's not happening anytime soon. Anyway, so the other things I want to talk about with this episode is, what was it? The whole thing of bringing in the quote-unquote Masters of Evil, I guess you could call them, or whatever the hell they are, is that Cal brings them together, and they're okay. They just don't have a lot of character to them, other than the chick with the claws. Other than that, they're all just kind of one note. We're the bad guys, and we're gonna kill people. I don't know why I keep doing, but whatever. I need to stop. So, with that being said, among other things with this whole story of Cal going around and picking up fellow villains to wage war on S.H.I.E.L.D., I found that kind of interesting. And also, can I just say, and I've been meaning to say this for a while, but Kyle MacLachlan, I think that's the actor's name who plays Cal, aka Mr. Hyde. He's clearly having fun with this role. He is clearly having way too much fun with this role, and it shows in this episode when he's having this big. I guess he almost has like a big Joker moment when he's baiting Coulson to come out in the open. He has it's almost like a big Joker moment for him. So I thought that was. I think he's a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever talked about him as his performance as Mr. Hyde. I've talked about him here and again on a few episodes here and there, but I've never really talked about his performance. And he's he's having fun with this. Anyway, so let's talk about Skye real quick, or Daisy, or whatever the hell you want to call her. We have a few other things with her, is that she's been trying to not really control her powers, but contain it, and it's causing causing internal damage to her body, and it's killing her. So she either needs to figure out real quick as to how to release that said power, or it's going to kill her and everyone around her. So, and also getting back to the end where Mr. Hyde is actually during the episode, he's whisked away by the blind Inhuman who can teleport. I know he's a character from Jonathan Hickman's Inhumans, but I can't remember his name. So he's whisked away, and he's brought back to the, I guess you could say, Earthbound Inhumans stronghold, and he's he's told, what do you need me for? You should have grabbed Daisy. She needed you more than I do. And he's like, that wasn't my way to decide, that wasn't my choice to make. Just like the way we may or may not kill you. So, and the other reason why they brought him there is because he was making too much noise, where he was like, no, I was sounding a battle cry. And they're like, dude, you need to shut the hell up right now, because we don't need this right now. So, when they say he has to go meet somebody, I'm curious as to who that is, because he quickly shuts up. Mr. Hyde quickly shuts the hell up when the Inhuman tells him, that's not my choice to make, and he shows him the door, and he's like, oh, okay, he puts his jacket on, straightens up, and heads off. So I'm wondering, who exactly is in charge of these Inhumans on Earth? I'm hoping, I'm not saying it is, but, what I'm hoping for is that maybe it's one of the Inhumans from the royal family. Maybe that they're one of the maybe the Inhumans on Attilan. Maybe they do know that there are Inhumans on Earth and keep in contact with them, and maybe keep one of the Inhumans on Earth to run things. So maybe it could be like Crystal or Medusa. Well, probably not Medusa, but maybe Crystal would probably be the best one. Crystal would, out of all of them, I think Crystal may be the best option for that. But again, it could be somebody totally different. All in all, another good episode. A lot of cool action, as always, and really curious to see about this quote-unquote real S.H.I.E.L.D. That sounds like a TV show, actually. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and you guys tell me what did you guys think of this episode, and yeah, it looks like Tuesdays are going to be very jam-packed until we get, the season runs out, or we go on another episode hiatus for a lot of this stuff. But yeah, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.